Happy Easter, everyone. Short message from Jeshua. Feels like it's going to be a short one, but he's asking just to say hi this morning. So I'll begin with a prayer and then he'll start. Indeed, beloved friends. Resurrection. I recall very well the events of that day. How my beloved Mary came to greet me, to find me. And all of the things that happened after, the astonishment. The beginnings of something new on your planet. For indeed, it did occur. And why? That you might be healed of your sin. Saved from your sin. And what does that mean? I have shared that the idea of sin as something which opposes God is not possible, because God cannot be opposed. God is not weak. God's strength is such that it cannot be opposed. There is oneness in love, and that power is not opposed meaningfully in any way. And what then can this sin be that you are speaking of, Jeshua? Only the freedom that you have to imagine something other than love, to imagine it. And your imagination is such that it creates, with your special effects crew, you create a whole world, which would seem to mirror back what seems to be the truth of sin and separation and guilt. Separation from innocence. But these things are not true, and I came to prove that they are not true. To remind you that love overcomes any guilt, overcomes any sin, and whether it be embodied and symbolized in me or in you, it is possible to end the dream of fear. It is possible for you to be forgiven. And to start with, it seems like you are being forgiven for something real that you have done. But in the end, you start seeing that, I have only fooled myself. Wow, I was very good at that. I was really convinced for a while that sin was possible. But this Easter morning, I come to tell you, I save you from your sin by reminding you that it cannot be real. Your experience of it is very real. But just because you are believing a lie does not mean that the lie is not so. If someone were to come and tell you that some terrible event had happened and you believed it and grieved and so on, and then they said, April Fools, that this did not happen, you might be a bit angry with them, but you might also look back and see, I had this experience based on something that did not occur. Your spiritual resurrection will come in its fullness when you recognize that you have always been innocent. And I came to remind you of that, to stir the beginnings of the reminder. For it has been 2,000 years and many still have not gotten the message. Yet today is a day for celebration of those who have received the message and for those who will receive it in time, which is everyone in one way or another. And why? Your dream of death is an illusion. Do you experience what could be called the ending of a form? Yes, of course. And if you identify with that sufficiently, you will see that as what you call your death. And some would say, oh, death is the ultimate. Death and taxes in your world are the two great laws. We will not speak about the taxes at this time. But they are a form of death as well. We will just give you a clue. They are the belief that you have somehow separated and cannot pay your way back. And you will be free of that fear as well. There are no taxes in heaven. Something to look forward to. There is also no death in heaven. And in truth, there is no death in this world either. If you were to see it truly, there is only the transition of form into another form, into another form. For while there is a dynamic which could be called death, which could be called the decay of all things, the going to dust, if that were the primary law, if that were the great truth, instead of just a mechanism serving the opportunity to experience many different forms, like your Sunday jackets or your Easter jackets when on the days that you used to go to church, not so much this year, but the jackets, and you would not wear the same one every year or the same dress. You would like to try a new one now and then. So it is with the body. You have the lifetime experience, and it is rich and wonderful. Much of the time, yes, and then you will move on to another and perhaps take a little break in between you when you were wearing the sports clothes or the T-shirts or whatever it is, exploring other realms, and then perhaps back into another body. So what I would share by the way of resurrection is this. Life is always resurrecting. It is always continuing. Minute by minute, instant by instant. The rule is not death, the rule is life. If the rule was death, there would be nothing but the remnants of what was once life. And yet life is here. It thrives, it grows, the cosmos is vast. Look at a tree, or the grass, or a cloud. For a little while, not for just the minute that you might think, or the instant, oh yes, that is a tree, that is a grass, that is a cloud, whatever it is. I have names for these things. I do not need to pay them much attention. I know what they are. Do you? You will find the more you sit with them and observe them, you will find the less you know about them. But the deeper the appreciation of the mystery and the beauty will grow. And that mystery and that beauty is the eternality of life, expressing in a temporary form. But when you take the time to truly have what is called a holy instant with that thing, a moment of true connection, you will tap into the eternity, which it is playing with by representing it in a certain way, by illustrating it in form. And then in time, it will do so. The spirit, the eternality of life will express itself another way. And you, the child of God, will always be there with God, exploring and celebrating and rejoicing in the mystery and the truth of the unreality of death. But more than that, the reality and the truth of life eternal. Celebrate then well this day, the miracle of life. And part of my celebration is coming to join with you. So I thank you for sharing your precious time, listening to me share with you. And with that, we will complete this message on this Easter morning. Amen.